Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Apple, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, please leave a 5-star rating. It supports the podcast. It doesn't cost you anything. This content is brought to you by Uphold, which is a great crypto platform that I've been using since 2017. They're one of my go-to exchanges for liquidity. They have a lot of great features where you can buy, sell, trade crypto. You can also trade equities and precious metals. They have 10 plus million users, 250 plus cryptocurrencies, and they're available in 150 countries. As with all exchanges, you can use them to buy and sell, but I highly recommend you self-custody your own crypto. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, please visit the link in the description. All right, guys, we got breaking news here around Alex Mashinsky and Celsius. The New York Attorney General files lawsuit against Alex Mashinsky, alleging violations of the state's Martin Act and executive law. So Alex Mashinsky, for those of you who don't know, was the founder or the co-founder and CEO of Celsius Network, which currently is under bankruptcy. And Alex and his other stakeholders, they knew they were underwater for months, and they kept telling people to bring their funds on the platform. So deceiving people, committing fraud, right? And then the other part at which people are very upset about, including myself, they started dumping their holdings before they filed bankruptcy. So dumping it, taking the cash, running, while the users can't access their funds, they lost their money. Right? Really, really bad situation. And I'm not saying bankruptcy itself is some sort of scam or fraud. Companies go out of business, right? That's a natural part of the economy and civilization. But the way they went about this, once again, they knew they were underwater for months upon months. And Alex kept going on TV saying, oh, come bring your funds, put it on. Yeah, we're fine, blah, blah, blah. Completely lying to the public and users. And once again, dumping before they file for bankruptcy. That, I think Alex needs to go to jail, right? I think he needs to share a jail cell with Sam Bankman-Fried, guys. And I don't know if some of you saw the meme I shared, but anyway, I'll share it with you later. But let me give you the details. The New York Attorney General tweeted out about this. She said, I'm suing the former CEO of cryptocurrency platform Celsius Network for defrauding investors out of billions of dollars. Alex Mashinsky lied to people about the risk of investing in Celsius, hid its deteriorating financial condition, and failed to register in New York. Mashinsky tricked hardworking people into investing their life savings into Celsius, promising big financial returns and claiming the platform was safer than a bank. Instead, Celsius collapsed and New Yorkers were left in financial ruin. Now, it's not just New Yorkers, right? It's people across the nation and even worldwide. She says here, I'm suing to get New Yorkers their money back and ban Mashinsky from doing business in New York. We will continue to protect people from risk of investing in cryptocurrency. So finally, some justice happening here with Alex Mashinsky, because you look at Sam Bankman-Fried, he's been arrested, and we can debate his current situation and the bond and all that, but at least he went to court. He's in the process of going through the judicial process of being held accountable. Alex Mashinsky was just running around doing his own thing. It's almost like he didn't do anything and he's gone. But it looks like the law is catching up to him now, and this is definitely what we need to happen. It needs to happen. We need to have accountability. We need to see how folks can get their funds back, if any. I know it's been kind of tough that it's been revealed by the judge that if you use the Coinbase wallet, you can access your funds. If you're using the Coinbase Earn product, though, that's a bit tricky. That might not happen for those who have their funds on the yield and interest and earn products of Celsius. So, guys, some justice happening here. I hope other states and other folks start going after Alex Mashinsky. I hope Alex spends some time in jail. And here's the kind of the meme I I shared earlier today. Guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. I tweet out different things about the market. But here's the meme, guys. It's Sam Bankman-Fried and Alex Mashinsky in a jail cell saying this needs to happen by the end of 2023. So let's see how things progress. And I once again, I hope other states start going after Celsius and Alex Mashinsky. Now, guys, I've been talking about Genesis. I made some videos about it because I like to share with you as an investor all scenarios. What is the probability of these different scenarios playing out? Because as an investor, you don't want to have your head in the sand, right? You don't want to not listen to all scenarios, whether it be bullish, bearish, whatever it may be. You don't want your emotions or your bias to get in the way. You got to look at everything holistically because you want to be prepared. You want to make informed decisions, right? With your money, you don't. The key is to grow your capital and also capital preservation. You don't want to lose money. So here we got news that crypto lender Genesis lays off 30% of staff. Not good, because what's happening with Genesis right now? They are in problems, financial problems. They're looking for a bailout. And we've been covering the situation with Gemini, where Gemini earned funds are stuck on Genesis. And the Twitter conversation and spat between Barry Silbert and Tyler Winklevoss, right? So this is another bad item here, another bad set of news. So where there is smoke, there's fire. So I tweeted out about this, guys. Just be prepared. I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm saying be prepared for the scenario that there could be a collapse of digital currency group and the price of Bitcoin could drop to 10K or lower. Just be prepared. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying I want it to happen. But as an investor, you need to be prepared for all these things. But regardless of if this happens or not, the market cycles are playing out. We are in a bear market. We are also in a macro bear market where stocks, everything else is down. Real estate, the Fed is raising rates. I do believe that by the second half of 2023, we'll be out of this for the most part. But there's some pain that we have to experience before in H1 in the first half of 2023, and it's going to be rough. So just be prepared. Now we're seeing layoffs across the board, not just for crypto. Once again, macro bear market. Silvergate Bank stock down 42% today as they just announced they're laying off 40% of staff. Amazon expands corporate layoffs at 18,000 jobs. That's a lot. Salesforce is cutting its staff by 10%. And the tech sector is getting hit pretty hard. I also saw TikTok, their parent company, is laying off, and that's in China. So it's bad all across the board. But with these drops in valuations, both for stocks and crypto, and even real estate, if you're into real estate investing, comes a lot of opportunity. But you got to have the dry powder on the side. Right now, I'm hoarding as much cash as possible. Yes, I'm buying the dip for crypto and stocks here and there, but it's in small increments because I do believe we're going to go lower, but I don't know what the exact bottom is going to be. So I have my plan where I'm buying small increments, dollar cost averaging, of course, and having a long-term outlook. I'm not looking, next 3 months I'm going to make, ridiculous ROI. Nope. If that is your view of or perspective of the market, you're going to be very disappointed. You got to have a yearly outlook, right? That, hey, I'm putting this money in here. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just DCAing, and I'm going to be patient and, monitor the markets, not from an hourly and daily, but, just overall taking a look at how things are progressing. What's the Fed doing? Because a lot of it is the benchmark that we're pretty much following is what the Fed is doing, right? As I've stated before, if the Fed pauses in the middle of this year, I think markets will start to rally, not to new all-time highs, but we're going to see a nice rally. And we have to be patient and just let these things play out, guys. Markets can go up forever. Markets can keep going up in a straight line forever, I should say. They have to correct, and we're in a very tough correction right now in the bear market, but that's okay. Once again, opportunities, and then bull markets will come back. But not many folks understand or have the financial education to understand that. The macro view, right? Market cycles. And when I learned that, when I figured that out, that's how I started making money and not looking to day trade and even flip a stock or a crypto over 4 months. You can't do that, right? It's not possible. The odds of you making money there is very slim. But if you have a macro outlook and you wait for the bear markets and you understand the cycles, you can make some really nice money. So just heads up on that, guys. Now, final news, which I think is so bullish for crypto. Here's some data from the U.S. the U.S. crypto trademark applications. So crypto trademark applications in the U.S. were up significantly last year, guys. Let me give you the rundown. In 2020, we had 1,137 applications. In 2021, we had 3,570 applications. In 2022, my friends, this is the year of the correction, right? 2022, 5,383. So we're seeing year over year growth. Guys, what do you think is happening here? Just think about it. It's a lot of these big companies are quietly building. They're setting up the infrastructure. They're filing for patents and trademarks around crypto, whether it be Metaverse, NFTs, crypto trading, crypto exchanges. I've shared some of this on the podcast over the past few months with Fidelity and different banks and so forth. I think HSBC was one of them. So guys, the building is happening. The builders are building, the investments, the setup is happening. I know the price doesn't reflect that right now, and people use price as a benchmark, but you can't just use price alone. You got to look at who's investing, who's building, who's hiring, what patents are they filing, are there M&As happening, mergers and acquisitions, right? You got to look at these things holistically because price will follow all of these things as the on and off ramps get built, as the infrastructure to make it easy for the next billion people to come into crypto, right? And for businesses to adopt the technology, to start building on Algorand, to start building in the XRP ledger and whatever else, right? And remember what I've said before, network effect. The more adoption on these blockchains, the more building, the more valuable the network becomes. And guess what? The native token, whether it be XRP on the XRP ledger or ETH on the Ethereum blockchain or Algo on the Algorand blockchain or ADA on Cardano, the value of those tokens go up. Adoption, real world utility, it's happening. It doesn't happen at the pace that we wanted to because all of us just want to see higher prices, when moon, right? But you have to understand the process. This, if you just put it into the stock market as well, how do companies get their stock valuations to go up? Well, they have to do well from a revenue standpoint, right? They have to take steps. They have to grow their business. They have to expand their services. They have to get more partnerships and so forth. They got to reduce their costs to be more profitable. So there's steps that have to happen for that to take place, right, guys? So bring it back to crypto. What has to happen with these blockchains? Adoption and building. What do we want to see? Patents and trademarks and building on these blockchains and all these things happening with big companies, right? It is happening, my friends, despite the price. Just look at 2022 numbers. Crazy amounts of trademarks, right? Even with the price crashing, even in all the FTX nonsense and so forth, these companies don't care because they know, hey, okay, this FTX nonsense happened, Celsius, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Next bull market cycle, we're going to see more adoption, right? There's going to be more people. There's going to be more building, and people are going to forget about the past bear market. I've seen it time and time again, but not many people remember BitConnect or the ICO bubble pop and all those things. There was just people just this past bull market were just like investing. They didn't care, right? So same thing will happen in the next bull market. It's just a matter of patience and financial education and understanding the cycles. And, that's why I created this podcast, to share that education. I bring you guys interviews with the people who are investing and building, even regulators and politicians, and I will continue to do that. And I hope that you guys digest that content, right? And just take the knowledge away, because knowledge is power, and you want to make informed decisions when it comes to investing. And know when to invest and when not to invest, when to buy, when to sell. It's not that complicated. If you're doing day trading, that's complicated. If you're just doing macro investing and long-term investing, that's not that hard. It's pretty easy. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.